Good morning, good evening, good night. No matter where you are on this planet, I'm sending you love and light. Check me out. I got a proposition for you. You know how they've had alien propaganda for a long time. Aliens coming down here, tampering with genetics, technology, monitoring people, watching us, right? What if that's actually true? Like, what if there are multiple life forms? And what if evolution was a real thing? So every life form goes through a conscious evolution phase. I believe the evolution of the mind and consciousness and technology is more real than physicality. I feel like through technology and our conscious awareness, we can affect our biology and change our biology, but that's not the superior mechanism in terms of human evolution. It would be the consciousness. And I feel like a more superior advanced race would know to protect that consciousness because it's probably closer to God, has a more universal understanding and overstanding of what's really going on. And some of these entities do involve themselves with humanity and other life forms, but also sometimes you could be so evolved that you just don't tamper with lower life forms at all. You just let them go their own organic way, their own path. The problem is when you got a war species like humans, you got to really watch them and make sure that they don't blow each other up or shoot each other to death. You know what I'm saying? So like when you're thinking about guardian angels, the story of guardian angels, what if that's actually kind of a real thing? Not necessarily from a biblical standpoint, but in terms of higher evolved beings that aren't human that are sent to kind of guard and watch over humanity. But it ain't just us. It's again, it's other, I believe, other life forms who are like us, who are being monitored as well. Because I believe it's actually like a universal battle happening. I don't think it's just planetary. I believe it's like something in this universe. Like if there are multiple life forms, I think good and evil might be a concept of humans, but I feel like there is light in a darkness that resembles our concept of good and evil in the universe. I feel like it's an energy, bro. And I feel like there are some things that are for the universe and some things that are against it. And I feel like to label things as good and evil is just a human conception, but I feel like it's really applicable. I really believe this. So I just wanted to put that perspective out there. What if guardian angels are real, but what if they're aliens watching over certain civilizations to make sure that we continue to evolve and progress in accordance to God's will? And that would actually change the Bible majorly. That would change a lot of our constructs. I mean, just the notion of a higher life form than us would change how we look at ourselves, how we structure society. The whole planet would change instantly. So that's a very powerful weapon that could be used. I feel like since the beginning of time, there have been certain stories that have always existed. And I feel like if you're really woke, you would be aware of why. It's because there's always some truth and redundancies. Any redundancy, anything that repeats itself, there's some truth there, period. It might not be a lot of truth, but there's some truth there. And I feel like guardians, a creator, good versus evil, these things aren't just concepts. They're actually observable, I believe. Even if we haven't seen an alien, believe they're observable. I do believe they're real. I believe that there are interdimensional and extra dimensional beings. So you got beings that are evolved to the point where they don't exist in this realm, but they can come here. Then you got other evolved beings that are from this realm and they're just not on this planet. You see what I'm saying? So we dealing with a spiritual warfare. I feel like life is a lot trickier than what they tell you, but they've been slowly releasing UFO footage. They've been creating UFO propaganda for a long time. It's been a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of leaked videos, a lot of leaked documentaries, all of this stuff. And I just feel like there's an actual reason for it. They're not just doing this for a distraction. Yeah, a lot of it is confusion and distraction. You can desensitize people and train them. You can cold them to a perspective, but also it can create a desensitized mind to the truth, and you can create more people who are against it, more people who are disbelievers, which works for the system as well because divide and conquer. So you want to create two sides of a coin to put against each other anyway. So it all works in their favor. And by there, I mean the people running the show who have the true information and the people who are controlling the information. I believe guardians are real. I just don't think it's what they taught us they are. All right. I'm going to wrap this up with my mantra. Good morning, good evening, good night. No matter where you are on this planet, I'm sending you love and light. I'm gone.